Hi guys, and welcome back to Alistair Davies Golf. Today's video is all about the head movement with the driver, and it's a question I've been asked on my YouTube channel, so please feel free to post any questions on the channel and I'll try and get back to you with a video as soon as I can. So the question was all about the head movement, and I'm going to cover it with the driver because I've got more research data and I think it's a nicer subject with the driver. So what I'm going to talk about is where the head would be positioned at the start with the driver, where it moves to the top of the backswing, where it returns to at impact, and how that journey sort of goes in an ideal world. So this study's been based on 40 tour pros tested and measuring where the head was and moved to. So I'm going to make it simpler than the data, but I'm going to give you the rough idea of what came across from the data to help you understand this subject correctly. So as you see here, I've got my setup with some sticks. And this stick here is in the center of the stance. The camera angle hopefully will show that as long as we've got the perfect angle. This would be my ball position as normal. This orange stick here is going to represent where my head should be at address. So it should be slightly to the right of the center of my stance. That's where the tour pros averagely had it. And this would be probably as little as about an inch. But if you think about probably the center of your stance and then just going a tilted fraction to the right of there, that would be ideal. Now this blue stick is going to represent where the head would be at the top of the backswing. And the head moves to the top of the backswing probably about 2 to 3 inches with the driver. So from here to the top of the backswing, the head would work over to the right hand side with a right-handed golfer about 2 to 3 inches. This kind of gap as we can see here. Then in the downswing, the head would move back forward towards its original start point, and at the point of contact it actually sits a fraction to the right of its original start point, so probably just somewhere around about here where the shaft of the club would be now. It is a fraction. It's probably under half an inch to the right, but it is certainly further towards the trail side at impact than it was at the setup with the elite golfers. Most of this is obviously the loft of the club, and we're trying to obviously add loft generally, and we hit the angle of attack is more on the upward or ascending blow with the driver rather than descending with an iron. With an iron it would be a pretty similar story, albeit I'd want the head to return to its original spot at impact rather than be that fraction, half an inch or so to the right, but it'd be a very similar story, and the head position would be starting from a very similar spot, but obviously the ball position would be moved further back. So this would be the visual, as I said. So this would be the start position of my head. The ball position would be further forward, and that's a key thing with the driver. The sternum sits behind the golf ball to allow us to get that ascending blow, not to allow us to get into this kind of closed position with our open position with our shoulders rather, with the forearms aiming left. It gets us in the right kind of setup. Then from here, as we work to the top of the backswing, we'd work into the right hand side with the head moving back down, returning, not quite to the same position, get the ascending blow and turn through the golf ball. So I'm just going to remove these out the way. I'll place these on the floor because I can't hit a ball with them in the ground. But let's go ahead and hit a driver. So from a set point of view, I'm getting my head on this orange line back here. And I use that as a visual then when I swung to try and feel my head move to the right, stay to the right as I hit the golf ball, and then extend and rotate through the golf ball to execute the shot. So hopefully this has cleared up a few things on how the head should be positioned with the driver at address, top of the backswing, and at impact in your golf swing. If you've enjoyed the video, please click like down below. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I've got regular content coming every single week. And please post your questions, especially videos you'd like me to cover in the future. And thanks for watching.